wanted to do a short meditation with you all. So I have always, or for the last several years, really wanted to meditate. But I didn't really want to. I wanted to want to. But I don't really do many things that I have to push myself to do. Something I'm working on. Willpower, I guess. But this last year, whenever I was at New Life Foundation in Thailand, I was teaching there, and it is a mindfulness center in northern Thailand, and it was beautiful. And every morning when you wake up, you go into a group meditation. And I had such a sense of peace, like whenever I was there, and it was so beautiful to see everybody living around this sense of like service and meditation and all of the different things they were doing, but it was rooted in mindfulness, rooted in meditation. And since then, and it's probably been 3 months, not a long time, but I've been meditating every morning for about 10 minutes, most every morning. And it's hard. I'm not good at it, but I'm doing it. And I just want to maybe talk with you a little bit about it. So maybe dispel some myths around it and maybe encourage you to try a little bit more, yeah? So first, I don't know what being good at meditation means. I don't really know what that means, if there is a good. I think it's, doing it, sitting and doing it. I don't think that the chatter goes away. Like, I don't know if that ever goes away. I was listening to several people who are long-time meditators, Tara Brach, Noah Levine, some of my podcast teachers. That's what they do. They're meditation teachers. And they're still always talking about the chatter of the mind. So we don't get to a place where our mind is perfect, but we get to a place to where we come into a relationship with our imperfect mind. So that's what we're doing, is we're creating a relationship with ourselves as we are, not trying to change it. So we're not trying to change what's happening, we're just being with it. So this is a mindfulness meditation, yeah? So in this way, we won't really concentrate on certain things that much or think about certain things. We just want to be with what is happening, be with whatever emotions come up, be with whatever thoughts arise. We just are kind of watching, like we're just sitting back and we're just watching, but it's happening inside of us, yeah? So let's give it a go. So you can sit cross-legged. You can sit up. I normally sit up on a block or a blanket. I don't have one with me at the moment. Sit up on a block or a blanket to lift the hips higher. You can sit up on your knees, on your shins. You can sit up in a chair if that's going to be better for you, yeah? I used to want to meditate laying down, and it's something that you can do. It never served me very well. It's better if I'm up. But to each their own, yeah? So take a seat, close your eyes down, and we're just going to do this with gentleness. And really remember that there isn't a right and a wrong. I never really thought that I had any, like a perfectionist or anything like that, but I think that I do have a little bit of that in me. There's certain things that I want to do right. And if I don't think I can do them right, then I don't want to do them. I've been noticing that more and more throughout the years. I think meditation has been one of them. I didn't feel like I was doing it right, so I didn't want to do it. Like I don't want to fail. That's not what it's about. So close your eyes down. First, we'll find a comfortable seat. We'll take as long as we need to kind of get cozy-ish. Maybe tilt the pelvis forward and back. Find a sweet center spot of stillness. And lift up through the crown of the head. Slightly tuck the chin back maybe, so we're not reaching the head forward. Heart center pulls forward slightly. A smile at the collarbone. So you're a little bit broader from shoulder to shoulder. And then hands can be, try palm down on the thighs. Maybe palm up. Maybe one on top of another. Just what feels natural, what feels good. Maybe none of it feels natural, and that's okay. What feels sustainable right now? We begin to notice our breath. So without trying to fix it or change it or manage it, just notice as it passes through the nose, inhaling, filling up, and releasing out. So just take a few rounds of breath, tracing the breath as it comes in and out of the body. I think often we think about, or think like, what should I do? Like, I need something to do. So notice if your mind goes there. And there's really nothing to do. We're just watching. The thoughts begin to come in as they will. Just watch them as well. But notice the quality of the thoughts. Is it any self-talk? Something about you should, you could, you can't. You can. What is it? What's the quality of that? Or is it something in the past, something in the future that you're going one end or another? We often live in one of those spectrums. I'm in the future a lot. That's where I like to go. I go to-do lists or start fantasizing about travel. So I have to bring it back. Bring it back to the inhale and the exhale. What happens in the mind when the body becomes still? You might have urges to itch or scratch, maneuver. Let's see if you can just release that. Obviously, if you're in pain or something, then shift. But if it's just to distract you from the present moment, then see if you can avoid doing that. We're just learning to be present. Isn't it interesting that we want to avoid that presence? Often at all costs. We don't have distractions here. Here I am itching my ankle. Distractions of the phone, no distractions of TV or other people or anything like that. So just what does it feel like to be in the present moment? And where do you go when you try to distract? What methods do you use? What an inquiry, huh? Mindfulness meditation, we're just watching, being present for whatever comes up. There's no plans, there's no right or wrong, there's no to do. That in itself is the hard part. Just be. Letting be. Getting to know our imperfect mind, our perfectly imperfect mind. And slowly open your eyes. How was that? So begin to practice sitting. We just sit. Often I hear I can't meditate. And I used to say that as well, but we can. We just have to do. It's all a practice. So I invite you to just keep coming back and meeting yourself. Meet yourself tomorrow, and then meet yourself the day after, and then meet yourself the day after. Lots of things shift. You begin to see lots of things shifting. Our emotions change all the time. The thoughts change all the time. The moods shift all the time. But then what is it that doesn't change? So we're watching the shift, we're watching all the change, and then we're also getting to know the part of us that doesn't change, the part that's kind of underneath the observer watching it all. So it's pretty fascinating. So thank you for joining me. I hope that this helped. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what your experience like. Let me know what came into your mind and was where the thoughts were. Sometimes I go like way off, and it's really kind of humorous. So come at it with a sense of gentleness and playfulness, and be patient with yourself always. Thank you for joining me, Cold Chance. Hit subscribe, and then also there's a notification bell now that I just found out about. If you want the videos to your inbox whenever I release something new, hit subscribe and the little bell. Then you'll get them to your inbox. And there's a link here to Cold Chance Yoga. It should be on the screen. It's also in the description if you want to head over to Om Yoga Tribe for longer classes, or if you want to learn more about my retreats, things like that. It's all on my website. So thank you all so much. See you next time.